My name's Ant. Other people know me as Carl with a K. My music, things I do of that nature. But Happy New Year, 2025. And a lot of people know I'm not no social media geek. I'm not big on these things. I don't want to go on video and talk to you. I don't have shit to say to you. But maybe I do. And last year, sometime in October, I lost a woman of God. A woman of incredible strength, ideal, just the way she walked in life. I try so hard to, now at my age, walk the way she walked in life. I cannot express how godly this woman was. My grandmother took custody of me as a young boy, raised me, just gave me so many values and life lessons that I didn't see early on in life, but I will honestly say now, later on in life, I can honestly say, yeah, I see them, and more, they probably have to be applied, But I said, I'm not a social media guy. I don't do social media shit. To make a long story short. But I said in 2025 that I'll start doing these little vignettes, and really sharing a lot of what she taught me when it came to life, when it came to the word of God. And believe me, I know a lot of people don't even believe in God, but you believe in the devil. Let's be real. And if one exists, how could the other not? So doing these videos, I've decided to take upon myself that every now and then I want to share a little knowledge, a little information that maybe someone else will look at and say, you know what, that makes sense. And maybe if I tried it, maybe if I applied it in my life, maybe things would be differently. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these videos that you're going to see probably be reels and things like that, but they're not going to be short little videos. I hate those little dialect videos that are like 30 seconds to a minute and a half long or some bullshit. They tell you something, but they don't explain it. They don't break it down. They don't give you a natural consensus of why the fuck they even said that. The whole point of it is for you to agree with it and share it, like it, love it, comment, whatever the fuck you think. But I think I want to talk about adulthood, right? My sermon for today is called What's in the Dark? What's in the dark? Because we are still childish in so many ways. And understand this, I say this because something my grandmother taught me, that there are levels to life. There are levels. You might not understand that, some of you might, but there's levels to life. There's levels to relationships. There's levels to financial gain. There's levels to sex. There's levels to being a parent, a friend, a family member, a coworker, a boss, whatever the fuck you are. There's levels to those things. It's like anybody who be on social media and they're pioneers of this shit. They've done this shit forever. They know the in and out of all this shit that comes with social media. And know that they would say, well, first you gotta learn this before you learn to do that. Then you gotta learn that before you learn to do this. That's levels. College, 4 years, that's levels. Levels. School, kindergarten, nap, levels. Making friends, there used to be levels to that. You knew what to do, what to say, what not to do. So understand me. Don't think that when you get up in the morning and you start getting ready, and you start getting ready for work or whatever the fuck it is, and you start eating breakfast and getting in your car and got to deal with traffic and all this. That's levels. That's levels. It's all levels. So understand, there are levels to life. You're not gonna always beat that level. It's like a video game. Think about it that way, because sometimes some people are so dumb you gotta talk to them like that. But it's just my firm belief. But it's like video games. You want to get to the pinnacle at the end, and you gotta go through levels. There's a story being told. You know, even when you play video games, the funniest thing is you go through a scene and you have to make a decision, and that decision in that scene of the game might be detriment to how you evolve to the next level. That's life. I have this saying where I tell people, you know, life is you live to die. That's my firm belief. Now, that's not saying that's everybody's, but that's mine. I believe you live to die. It's like a sandwich. Take one slice of bread, that's the beginning. Take the other slice of bread, that's your bottom end. And whatever you decide to put in the middle of that, ham, roasted, turkey, I don't give a fuck. I don't even know what the hell you like. Do people even still eat deli meat? Shit. But cheese, whatever the fuck you want to do to make that sandwich look so damn good that when you sit down and you're ready to sink your teeth into it, you fucking go ham. And that's life. You it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do, day-to-day interactions, the course of actions in which you choose to deal with those situations, they all have some level of maturity to adulthood in life. And don't ever think, even if you make a decision you know isn't right, there in some way or another, there's always the idea of karma. And it may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, it may not come next week, 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the line. But there is an idea where what you do that hurts someone else who's never been intended to hurt you will always come back on you. But again, like I said, I want to talk about adulthood and the level of maturity that comes with that. Again, we're all childish, still on different levels. We get in our feelings. Someone make us mad, we go on social media and talk shit about them. You know, I'm a believer, if you're going to do that, just get you a fucking therapist. Like, real shit. If that's what you're going to do, then get you a therapist. The idea that you, as a human being, would go on something where billions of people can see what you're doing and saying on a daily basis because you allow them in. There's a fertility to that too, because everyone wants to be fucking famous. I'm a rapper. I make music, but I'm not doing it to be famous. If you listen to anything I've done, I'm not making music to cater to any of you or anybody out here. Now, what I do and what I say touches you in some sensibility, and you firmly listen to me, and you really start believing what this nigga you're listening to is saying, then I'm happy for you. That means you hear me, you understand me. I just love making music. I don't care about the money. I don't care about if I get signed to a label. I don't give a fuck about no fame. If you can just see, I got albums, 7, 8, 9 albums. Like, I just fucking love making music. So, again, this social media shit, I don't do the social media shit. I hate the social media shit. I don't believe in it. Like, again, I said, if you gotta go on social media to tell everybody your business or what's wrong, then just get a fucking therapist. Real shit. Maybe it's not enough out here in the world. I don't know. I don't dwell in it. I don't dwell in the world. I don't. So that's why I'm so out of tune with a lot of shit that goes on with Gen Z and then this next Gen Beta. I don't know what the fuck that is, but my whole generation after Gen Z is a beta, is a computer system. Hope it got, like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know what any of that shit has to do with life and where you're headed. But again, understand, man, nobody is an adult. Nobody's mature. Nobody got it together. Again, social media is a reflection of what you want seen, heard, shown, and believed. So 9 times out of 10, that life might be a complete lie if you really got to knock on their front door. You see it all the time. Unless you're a celebrity, And that too is, but again, there's levels to everything in life. Levels to being an adult. Levels, like, you're still childish in ways. If you get into an argument with your spouse, with your partner, with whoever the fuck it is, and you say to yourself, oh, I'm gonna call my girlfriend, I'm gonna call my mans. These things don't help the situation. If you believe that, a lot of times they're only for your feelings, they're only for your emotions, they're only for your ideas, they're only for your beliefs. And I only say that because honestly, 97% of people don't tell the whole story. You know what I'm saying? You get in a situation with somebody, bro, you're not gonna sit there and tell your best friend or somebody you know respectfully look up to you in some type of way that you were wrong and this is what you did that caused this, that caused that, until it's brought to light and you're like, oh, well, okay, well, yeah, I did do that. It's just not funny. Like, you as a human being can consistently make your life better day to day. If you make the correct choices, and then when you're presented with massive decisions, and understand me, choices and decisions are two different things. Two different things, man. You could be out in your car and say, oh man, I want McDonald's, but you see Wendy's across the street, and you say, I'm gonna choose Wendy's. But then when you get to Wendy's, you still gotta figure out what the hell you want. And then once you find that out, you've made your decision. And it's final. You can't nip that, you can't break that, you can't go, you know what I'm saying? That's your final decision. So if you eat that shit and it fucks your stomach up, that's your fault. If you eat that shit and you go home and you got bubble guts and you're stuck on the toilet for 3 hours, that's your fucking fault. Like, understand that. As adults, too, we need to start learning to take responsibility for our fucking actions. What you see somebody else do does not make that okay for you, because you're not that person. Now, if you have fantasies of being like someone else, you failed at life already. That's just my personal opinion. Like I said, not everybody has to agree with what I believe. But that's just my personal opinion. True shit, you've already failed at life. You're going to now try to portray yourself as this person that you like or look up to or you believe has it all together, and you get fucked up in the process. But instead of taking responsibility, we blame the ones around us. You know, when I was homeless and I needed help, and I asked for money, or I asked for anything, I knew the niggas had it, but they didn't want to give it to me, bro. I didn't blame them. I took responsibility for my actions. I knew I had to do better to get myself out of the situation that I'm in order to have the things that I want and not have to go to someone else in order to get it. To me, that makes more fucking sense. To me, that's something that people lack rarity of. Like, it's easy to call the kettle black, but 9 times out of 10, you're the reason it's black. You left that motherfucker right on the stove too long, got the heat up on high, blowing whistles out the ass, and you done burned the shit in some way. That's life, that's relationships, that's marriages, man. People love falsity of love. Nobody. I wish somebody could sit there in front of me and actually tell me what the fuck love is. The convoluted idea of what you believe love to be is sharded in shows and movies and books. Your friend of 20 years is married, and you see how this woman and this husband act together, and that's what I want. I want something like that. Well, against all the problems that they might be having that you don't see, you want to adopt those too. People don't really hear what they're saying out their mouth half the time, shit they say. I'm a firm believer, and this is just me. Everybody don't have to agree, but I'm just a believer that everybody's stupid as shit. That doesn't mean I'm better than you. That doesn't mean, no, it doesn't. It just, there's a lack of common sense. And I don't hear that word enough anymore. Like, people don't use that term no more. This generation, I have never heard this generation use the term common sense. Like, it's just common sense. Like, when you were a child, you were playing with fire, and whoever the fuck told you to stop, or you're gonna burn yourself, it's gonna hurt, you're gonna learn. And guess what you did? You still played with the fire, you burned yourself, and you learned. But that doesn't mean you ultimately learned the lesson that was supposed to be taken from that. Don't do shit you know is gonna put you in harm's way. I mean, everything's enlightenment. Everything is enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? Anything you take in, anything you see, anything a person says to you, you should really study what they're saying. You should listen. You should really listen, because people don't listen. I don't feel people listen. They listen to be heard, but they don't listen to understand. Like, communication. If we had a lot more communication in the world, I think it'd be a lot more understanding. But then again, that goes to your maturity level, as I said before. Because if you don't have the maturity to be a real adult dealing with your personal issues, how can you tell me who's going through something in life how to figure it out? And you still haven't figured it out. But you won't admit that. Because, again, social media, we got it all together. We got it all figured out. Trust me. I don't give a damn what you think. I don't care. This is my hair. This is, my wife thinks I'm sexy. I don't really give a fuck what y'all think. That's the only personal opinion to me that matters. You know what I'm saying? I just want people to understand, man. Like I said, my grandmother, I'm going to start sharing her realities with me that I learned throughout life. Now that she's gone, this is something I want to do to make sure that she lasts, in a sense, in my mind forever. Me conveying that message. And again, I'm an introvert. I'm shy. I'm not big on this shit. I don't want to be in no camera. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? That's not me. I wasn't raised like that. You know what I'm saying? I was in television in my life, you know what I'm saying? At a young age. I was on fucking television when I was fucking 14, 15, if I'm not mistaken. And I probably lasted almost more than a decade doing that shit. Man, I'll be real. The things I seen, the things that they don't want you to see, I got a chance to see that. I got a chance to stand next to celebrities and be in the same room for over 20 minutes and really understand the type of person they are. You know what I'm saying? I just know what this world consists of now. And my era introduced this shit. The next era just knew what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only difference. But again, like I said, I'm not big on this shit. I'm not big on sharing my life. I don't believe niggas need to know what the fuck is going on with me 24/7. I understand everybody cares about everybody else's life but their own. I understand that. I totally get that. Like, I wish I could say differently, but when I turn around and look, they feel like it's fucked up all of a sudden. But they're worried about what this person said or did or how they're conducting themselves. That's dumb as shit. That's condescending. That's just, how the fuck do you even think you're like, I don't know. I'm gonna let that go. But again, like I said, man, just understand this levels to life. This whole point of this whole video was just to learn. That's a sermon for the day. Lessons of levels in life, and understanding that in order to level up, you gotta be able to pass that board, and that takes you being smart, understanding, listening, putting your emotions to the side, because it's hard for people to do that. You can't put your feelings to the side. Somebody say something that butt fucks you or hurts you. You gotta go way overboard. Again, like I said, I know, because I am a perfect example of that. I'm not perfect. Perfection does not pertain to us as human beings. I don't understand where people even thought we could obtain perfection in this life. What the fuck is perfection? You don't even know what perfection is. You think it's this idea because someone told you that, or that's what you saw, and you say you want that too. Because in your ideology, that was perfection. We're not perfect. We were never built to be perfect. We were like that. Like anyone who uses that excuse, you should smack the shit out of them. Like real shit. You should just smack the shit out of them. You should just be like, nigga, what? Like, no one ever said you was perfect, motherfucker, but this still is common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just common sense. That's all. That's all. My grandmother just showed me people lack common sense. But if you take a moment to think about it, it's right there with you the entire time. And that's just all I wanted to share for the day. You know what I'm saying? A little bit over time, I start sharing more about myself and more about life and getting to the point of the lesson. But again, that's all I wanted to share. And understanding that, man, it just, come on, man, we got to put a little more thought into our life. We got to put a little more thought into what we go on social media doing. We got to put a little more thought into what we sharing, what we showing. Not everybody wishing success on you. Some people do want to see you fail. Some people do want to see you hurt. Let's stop showing off, man. Let's stop trying to outdo the next man, right? Like, let's stop trying to do what you see somebody else be successful at. And because they told you do it this way, you think you gonna succeed. Nah, nigga, you not that person. What worked for someone else may not work for you. You gotta figure it out. That's what the hell you got this for. So again, man, just understand what is an adult, because we still childish on different levels.